Welcome to another edition, you guys, of Chris Wrestling Views. In my last video, I told you guys that Jatori and I were going to be doing this Smackdown preview. So there's a lot of questions over tonight's Smackdown. Um, so first question I have is, what will happen when Apollo Crews challenges Big E for the Intercontinental title for the second time? Will Jay Uso come out and help Apollo win the belt from Biggie? Will Biggie get so upset to where to where he may join, um, you know, Shinsuke or something? So, I mean, what do you think will happen, Jatori, in this Intercontinental Championship match?
Uh, I think it'll be to where it might be Apollo will finally show his way of being a heel
Right.
and show his way of being to Roman Reigns that his potentials of what he been missing out of being a heel and finally join the, the bloodline, even though it don't actually in common sense to real the nature don't make sense, but he might join of being a henchman, of being the strong man, and you know join the bloodline, and he might win that belt and help Jay, and when Jimmy come back, help them win their tag team belt. So to make it where they all win, have the gold on the gold and on SmackDown.
Okay, I agree with that. Um, also, Bayley versus Bianca Belair in a Ultimate Athlete Obstacle Course Challenge match. Will Bayley become face and start a tag team soon with Bianca Belair, or how will this play out of Bayley and Bianca Belair? Because to me, like I said, it looks like, as my question states, that Bayley and Bianca Belair will start a tag team very soon, but they'll have their differences, of course, one trying to out wrestle the other. Same thing like like not Sasha, Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax. So it'll be some type of little, thing that's gonna happen that way.
Well, I could see that, but I could see this little contest going on for a good minute,
Right.
and I could see Bailey taking the side. Uh, what I'm saying, the step into the side because you gotta realize she held the belt for so long, and she holds the record. So she's gonna be put in doing the put over, as in she's gonna put her over to make her look good. So until she gets her chance to win the world's title. Then when she wins the world, either the world's title or they decide, okay, we're gonna put them in a tag team title.
That's what I think.
And
Yeah, that's what I think. Actually, what happened because they were gonna boost Bianca Belair, but for right now, they're probably just gonna have her in tag team competition with Bailey, and them, somewhere down the line, maybe at WrestleMania, winning the women's championships if WWE decides to go, in that direction. But I wonder in the Royal Rumble who may just win and who may just win the Royal Rumble. And I know it's been a lot of word that Charlotte, is possible to win, but we'll get on that. Who we think will win. in my video I'm gonna do um that I'm gonna do on next week on the Royal Rumble prediction. So it's gonna be a good video, you guys. Make sure you check that out. But um another question is, who else on SmackDown will declare themselves in the Royal Rumble, because there are 9 days of I mean, this is 9 days away until the Royal Rumble. Who will headline WrestleMania? Will I know Cesaro, I think he said last week on SmackDown that he put himself, he declared himself that he's gonna be in the Royal Rumble. Um Maybe Jey Uso may be in the Royal Rumble. I mean, there could be a good amount of names of who could possibly declare themselves tonight, that's going to be in the Royal Rumble in 9 days.
Yeah, Jay's already in it. Jay's in it.
Oh, okay.
Cesaro's in it. Sensei's in it. Daniel Bryan's in it.
Oh yeah, we know he's in it.
Yeah. Um, you know, I don't. I think Jimmy could be a surprise entrance. He
Yeah,
could come back as a surprise entrance.
yeah, that could be possible. I mean, I hope that some people that come onto, that comes to the Royal Rumble, would be some surprises and making big returns. So long as they're not like you know sorry wrestlers that we had back in the day, but need like the good ones. So also, after Sami Zayn was defeated last week by Apollo Crews using a heel light tactic move, what's next for Sami Zayn? Will he turn face? Will he um beat down Apollo Crews, or what will happen? Because we're gonna see Sami Zayn tonight, because he's gonna talk about how Apollo Crews held his trunks last week and that he cheated and all that stuff. So we're definitely gonna see Sami Zayn tonight confront um possibly Apollo Crews. Maybe he may be the one that even will cost um Apollo Crews the championship or something. Maybe there may be a match between Apollo Crews and excuse me, Apollo Crews and Jey Uso versus Sami Zayn and Big E. They may do something like that. I don't know. That's a prediction type match that we can see either next Friday, or we probably can see that tonight on SmackDown.
Well, I believe they're gonna put Sami Zayn on a lot of shows on the simple fact that he been gone so long. Unless he gets sick, even if he's just that he's gonna run his mouth, and he likes to run his mouth. So, um, you know, and of course he's gonna be on tonight to run his mouth.
Yeah,
and I
which is
don't like it.
champion of all.
So, but it is what it is. It's a possibility that he's gonna try to show up to interfere and talk about that I'm still the champion.
Yeah,
It,
it's either gonna be Jay or Sami Zayn. More than likely, it might be Sami Zayn.
so you know,
Oh yeah,
Sammy, I
I
don't know
got
what to
an
do.
update. I'm
But,
sorry. I got an updated news report, you guys. I just got in word that, well, maybe I should save this for another show. But anyways, it's my show. So, it's being said that Dolph Ziggler brother, I think his name, well, he's debuting on AEW Dynamite next week. I know this is a WWE Smackdown thing, but if it revolves around Dolph Ziggler, then his brother next week is going to be on AEW Dynamite making his AEW debut. I know his real name is Ryan Nemeth. I'm not sure what his other name would be. I wonder how does Dolph Ziggler feel, about his brother appearing in a different wrestling promotion that he is, because
Well,
I already know that they would definitely bury Dolph Ziggler brother, because he's a newcomer and they're gonna put him on NXT, but they're not gonna have him on the show as of regular. They'll probably put him on the show like Cameron Grimes or something like that on NXT.
no, to be honest, Dolph probably told him to go to another show. You gotta realize Dolph
Well,
been around the company for years, and Dolph ain't been getting a chance. Look how long it took him to get another title chance. Dolph probably told him to go to another company because Moxley got a title chance as soon as he went to AEW. Everybody that left WWE got either some kind of new packaging and got more TV time as soon as they left WWE. So he probably said, you know what? I don't want you to live off of my name. Make your own self. Make your own. Do you make your own? Be your own man in another company. Because if you come to WWE, they're gonna make it look like, oh, you're Dolph Ziggler brother. I want to see if you could be like Dolph Ziggler or whatever. And yeah, Dolph Ziggler was great when he first came, but then they started treating him bad lately after that.
right,
So then they're gonna be like, look at everybody, all the fans gonna be like, you don't seem like Dolph Ziggler if he makes a mistake. That happens to a lot of family members because they treat it just like the Bret Hart family. All the Bret Hart family members, they think, oh, you gotta be great like the Bret Hart, but
right.
everybody ain't great like the next family member. You gotta you gotta
That's
realize
true.
a lot of people don't realize that everybody ain't great like the next person.
That's true. Also, what could we expect tonight from the Dirty Dogs? Will the Street Profits get their, will they get their tag team, you know, tag team title rematch tonight? Will they get it in 9 days at the Royal Rumble? And will they possibly win it back? Which I think they will.
You know what? I believe that they'll get a chance to win it back, and I believe that they will win it back. But I believe it's gonna be one of those back and forth things, just like the New Day was. It was like one of those title switches back and forth, like the New Day said when they lost their title. Uh, we lost our titles before, and we'll get it back. The Street Profits are the same way. That's why they wasn't tripping. We lost our titles. We'll get it back. It ain't no, it ain't no big deal because they already know. They literally publicly telling the fans, and we're gonna get our titles back.
Right,
We're gonna get our titles back. Don't trip about it.
right. 'Cause, yeah, I know a lot of
And I don't even think the Dirty Dogs are gonna stay together that long because Dolph always slips up sometime. He either slips up or it one of the others slips up and then they want a different title.
right.
They're known for that. They want another popular title. They want the world title. They don't really want that tag team title like that.
Right. The next thing I'm trying to get my finger wrapped around is this one right here. Rey Mysterio lost last week to King Corbin, trying to, of course, help Dominic or whatever. Um, and the Mysterios, after the match, we seen them exchanging words backstage saying, Dominic was saying, Dad, we need to do something, about him and all that good stuff. Um, will Ray get tired of Dominic's mouth and just hit him in turn on his own son, and that starts a feud?
Okay, well, I don't think it's just he gonna get tired Dominant. I think it's just I don't know. It's just that you gotta realize one, if anything, it's gonna be like Dominic. You gotta realize I'm older and I've been wrestling for a long time and you're new to this. Which he's trying to get into Dominic's head. You're new to this, and he just got done with his daughter not listening,
Right.
not listening, and Dominic's not listening. So if Dominic's not gonna listen, he's gonna have to kick Dominic to the curb until he gets to in his head to listen.
Right.
I
Right.
mean, they had a storyline back in the day, and I'm just giving an example. It was a storyline back in the day where Eddie Guerrero and Chavo Guerrero, which is Chavo Guerrero is his Eddie Guerrero's nephew.
Right.
He had it put it had took him under his wing, and Chavo Guerrero thought he was uh the second Latino Heat, but he wouldn't listen. So he kicked him to the curb. He kicked him to the curb, and but they was always tight. They were so tight, like in the backstage. If Eddie got into it, Chavo Guerrero was there. So, but the thing is, Chavo Guerrero doesn't listen either. So Chavo thought he was the boss. You gotta realize Eddie Guerrero wrestled long for a long time. He picked his fights when when he knew what fights to pick. He
Yep.
didn't just pick fights for no reason. He picked fights for a reason. So it's basically the same thing. You can't just go um pick fights with a giants that you know that you got no no chance. So that's what he was trying to say to Dominic. Dominic, I can't just go. I'm a little 50 years old or well, whatever how old he is,
I think.
but I
Okay.
can't. How old is he?
I think he's 40. Oh, go ahead and continue to talk. I'll find it.
Yeah, I'm so and so years old. I can't go fight no boxing champion. Then he's a Money in Bank
46.
champion, and even though he didn't win the championship belt, he's still younger than me, and he still moves around the ring. You gotta realize I'm getting older. I'm getting slanged around, busted head, and everything else. I just came back. I just came back from an injury. I gotta take time. Uh, I gotta move with strategy. If I'm gonna beat him, I gotta do it with strategy.
Right.
That's just like I told you. These dudes are. That's like I was saying with Goldberg. Goldberg's trying to come back and fight with these younger dudes, thinking that he could beat every younger dude. No, because he's gonna get his head claymore. He's gonna get his head
Yeah.
claymore.
Bam.
So it's like how is Rey Mysterio? That's like putting Rey Mysterio against Drew and thinking that he ain't gonna get Claymore and he's gonna actually win the match. Man, come on, bro. So Dominic. So and I ain't saying Dominic's wrong for saying not to back down because yeah, you gotta um you don't want to be bullied by everybody, but you got to do it with strategy.
Right.
So Ray might have was saying, okay, we're gonna pick our fight at the right time, or I'm gonna have you talk to Adam Pierce and pick the right match, like a cage match where he can't, you know, have interference come in and get you beat up by the outside people, because he got those two henchmen. He'll get outnumbered again. It's like Dominic likes to get outnumbered because he don't want to think, because he been hanging out with Eddie Guerrero, because he got Latino heat in his mind or something. I don't know,
Possibly.
because the first thing out of his mouth was, "Don't you remember? You'd like to fight on heavyweights and everything, or giants and everything. Bro, there's a time and a place to fight giants. Like I said, because when he fought Brock Lesnar, the first thing he did, at least he picked up a pipe.
Yeah,
I mean, shoot, I would pick up a pipe too. That's Brock Lesnar. That's a big dude.
yeah, that's true. Um, so we seen Apollo Crews speaking with Roman Reigns last week, as Paul Heyman was trying to get Roman's attention about the contract that Adam Pearce wanted for Roman Reigns to sign. Um, will we see like we talked about this earlier? Will we definitely see Apollo um go fully healed, because we seen a glimpse of it last week, like we said earlier, like with Sami Zayn, uh like with Sami Zayn losing last week because Apollo held his tights. um so we might see it tonight, might see it on the following Friday night SmackDown. Also, the last but not least, Adam Pearce steps down, of course, for his match against Roman. And, Adam Pearce faked like he had an injury. And he said that he's going to find a suitable replacement that will face Roman Reigns at the Royal Rumble for the WWE Universal Championship. What will the tribal chief say and do after seeing Kevin Owens sign the contract that Roman Reigns wanted Adam Pearce to sign? What will happen with the tribal chief, as I said before? And what
I
will,
re- I
yeah, go
I
ahead.
think that he's gonna come out with like, you know what, uh he gonna be like, come out with the mic today and be like, you know what, not many people outthink me, cause when he when he seen Adam Pearce start hobbling, he kind of had a little smile. He was like, this dude that really pulled one over me. He was like, I can't believe this dude actually pulled one over me. So I was like, yeah, yeah, he got you, bro. So I think he's gonna actually admit that, yeah, Adam Pearce got you, pulled one over you. So he gonna come to the mic and be like, yeah, he pulled one over you, and he might even beat up Adam Pearce tonight. But I'm gonna bring something to your attention. On Raw, they had Adam Pearce in the back, and he was walking around. So I won't be also surprised if they bring that up.
Right, right.
So I won't, and that's if WWE, actually be technical and realistic, because Adam Pearce was walking around perfectly fine, because he was walking around talking to everybody. So if he's able to do that, then he could wrestle.
True. But we're definitely going to see what's going to happen on Friday night SmackDown tonight, you guys. 'Cause I'm really the biggest part I'm looking forward to tonight on SmackDown is the thing between Dominik and his dad Rey Mysterio. Well, Rey Mysterio and Dominik, I should say, and the thing with Roman Reigns and Kevin Owens having another match. So
I want to see if Apollo joins.
yeah, that too. That's another third thing that I can add to mine as well. We're definitely going to see how is this going to turn out. Well, another thing is, what if Apollo Crews wins the ends up winning the Royal Rumble? That'd be something very shocking.
I don't believe that's
Yeah,
gonna
I
even
know.
be close to
But we're definitely gonna see what
happening.
happens tonight, you guys, on SmackDown. I think they